What is good, YouTube? This is another, basically a little compilation video over 3 days of, short little trips that just didn't turn into full videos, and a little small project that I'd been thinking about doing for a while now. And yeah, that's about it. Fall's coming around, starting to see some, decent eater-sized fish come around, so I had to get me a fish cleaning station set up. Anyway, enjoy the video. That's large. What are you? You are a straight up magnum warmouth. That is the biggest warmouth I have ever caught. And I don't have a scale. I don't have my measuring stick with me. But I am very comfortable in saying that is the biggest warmouth that I have ever caught. And I can't bring myself to keep PB fish. So the PB warmouth goes back. Hey, we actually caught something and didn't snag. That's what we came up here for. Chill. Well, it's the right paint job, wrong size. That's a nice one. Honestly thought I'd snagged. That is a large crappie. That is a good eater-sized crappie. And you know what? I have a stringer. Oh crap, did we actually find a fish? We did. We caught a fish and didn't snag. Itty bitty little slab. Actually, I didn't take a picture of the bigger one, so there we go. Oh. This little feller followed it around for a minute. Like, oh, scrappy. Scrappy crappy. Like, I felt it hit once and came loose, and then nothing. Then after I felt like I got it into a snag, well, we're not skunked, but the fishing has really sucked today. It's been windy. I've snagged more than I've casted. Don't know how that makes sense, but it does. Well, good morning, YouTube. Well, I look like something off the Monsters. Let me fix that real quick. Anyway, it's actually the next day, the crappie fishing. It was okay up at the spot yesterday. It's just, I somehow figured out how to snag more times than I actually casted. Anyway, I got my fish table here, or fish cleaning table here, and I've got another one here. I'm gonna clean all that stuff off and put it up. But I'm gonna put these two around back to where it's a little bit more user friendly, and get a little fish cleaning station rigged up, because with that little white table I can run the hose across the back patio to it. That way it can pretty much have a running water source whenever I need it. But yeah, we did catch a couple of crappie yesterday afternoon. We got the one good one and then that one monster warmouth, but it being the biggest one I've ever caught, I just can't bring myself to kill it. But anyway, fall. I like this. Besides that part, having to mow those off the yard every other day, it seems. But yeah, if you didn't see it in the previous video, this thing here has, you know, water line hookups, drain pipes that you can put down into buckets, and these things here come off. You flip them over, use them as cutting boards. You need to clean them off because they've been sitting here on the porch not getting used. If I had designed this thing, I would have put the faucet kind of in the middle. That way it's got better usage all the way around. But I mean, it is what it is. And that freaking measuring thing there, I would have put that right here, because if you're trying to measure a fish right there, your faucet's gonna be right there in the way. So I would have definitely even make it shorter and just put it right here. Well, here's our setup. And I really need to empty that ash pan out and get all that grass off the patio, but it's what we're going to work with. Now, this ain't just going to be a fish cleaning station. Like, whenever I'm grilling, I've actually got somewhere to sit stuff now, where used to, I had whatever I was grilling, like, sitting on our boat out here, because it's usually parked, like, right here, or sitting on my four-wheeler when I had it, which I don't have that anymore. But anyway, I'm going to get those tables cleaned off later. I'm not going to be using them really anytime soon, so. Alright, well, it is the next day, and this has already turned out to be a cluster. Alright, finally got up early enough to go to one of the places I've been wanting to fish in the morning. Get up there, somebody's already there. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just go to the other side of the bridge and park there. Well, get turned around, somebody is parked there unloading kayaks. So I leave that spot, and I go to the gas station, because I'm just about sitting on empty by now. Pumps don't work. I don't know if it's just one or all of them, but I was irritated and frustrated all at the same time. So I go to another gas station, get my gas, and now I am up here at the spot that I haven't fished in probably getting close to a year now. And as soon as I step off my vehicle when I park, I came to the realization that I left my bag at home with the vast majority of my pan fishing stuff. Now, fortunately, I do have some stuff with me, but the stuff I left at home is my confidence stuff. Like, I've got jig heads running out my ears, and I've got this little bag here with a couple of things that I like to use, but that's besides the point. It ain't the bag that I want to use. Anyway, I'm going to get rigged up, get down here, and see what's going on with this spot here. Like I said, I haven't fished this in close to a year, so I don't know what's moving in here right now, if anything at all. Man, you is a scrappy little dude. Uses all kinds of energy. You ate your Wheaties and you had your coffee this morning. So that's why I like bluegill so much. They're super aggressive little fish. So much muscle and fight for their size. Anyway. Here we got something over here by this little tree that's fell in. Begging. Just about pulled me in. Like I said, I ain't fished this spot in, oh, almost got you an eye there, Mr. Gill. I ain't fished this spot in almost a year. What the heck is that over the bridge? So I'm kind of getting used to where the structure is and any new snags and things like that. And that was a fish. What are you? Well, we're not skunked, but you're not what we came up here for. I mean, we came up here to catch fish, so I guess it is what it is. A little greeny, slinging water in my face, getting shot at down here. There's something a little bit nicer, but not by much. Actually, it's probably the same fish as many of these little farts are in this little section of this creek. There are some big fish in that, you know, come into this spot. It's not really this time of year. I mean, it's really all times of year, but the bigger fish that I have caught in here were definitely in the spring and early summer. I have had some like upper 20 class catfish can come out of here. Biggest white bass and biggest crappie I've ever caught came out of this spot. Yep, that's definitely a knockoff Castmaster, because two of those trebles broke. Well, still got one on there that I can use. That's why I do not use South Bend gear, and I guarantee you that is a South Bend spoon. And South Bend is just the lowest of low tier. It's junk. Alright, I don't know what it is, but I retied to this little Yozuri 3/16 mini rattling vibe. Something is popping it right here. And it seems to be a halfway decent size, but then again, I'm just getting a flash of whatever it is. Gotcha. That's what it was. It was swinging at it, and it's on a spicy little fish and a lot of hooks. How does a pretty greeny? He's got all kinds of fall colors going on right now. Oh, if the fish size don't improve here pretty soon, I'm gonna hit up another spot and see what happens, and then probably call it quits. I don't know. This other spot I haven't fished in close to a year also, just because all of this summer the water's been too high to fish it, and here recently when the water's gotten down, there's been people there just about every time I go by. You got something here, finally. We've been here probably 20 minutes or so. Only got maybe one or two bites, and this was the only one it committed. Biggest of the day. Sorry, belly flop. Hey, we got something decent here. That just stopped. big old slob of a redbreast. Now if I could just quit getting hung up in these trees above me. That's a pretty fish right yonder. A right pretty one. I know there's at least one or two little small bass kind of swimming around over here underneath the bridge. It's just getting them to commit and not getting snagged on branches that are like right here in front of me. Oh, got a good fish. That was not expected. No, 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 no. Oh, I did not see that fish in there, and then it just swooped up right next to where I thought my bait was. I was like, what are the chances? That was a good bass. I really don't know how I would have got that one up here. Like, that was probably 2 pounds, maybe. Alright. So far up through here, I've just had a couple little bites. Nothing really looking for a committed relationship with my hook. But in this second little pool here, I can see some good pinfish. Ain't got a clue what they are. Got that one. Sometimes you just have to cast from way back to keep from getting spotted by them. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm using a pretty large bait for this tiny little creek right here. That's a pretty fish right there. That bass I lost earlier could have got that one down. Dude, that came out of nowhere. What are you? Jeez. 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 Do you see that? Do you see that monster of a red ear? Like, that's every bit of a 10-inch red ear. Jeez, that is huge. That's definitely the biggest fish of the day. God. That was surprising. I would not be surprised if that was the same one that I hooked over here across from where we're parked at about a week and a half ago, because it was about the same size. But I could be wrong. That one may be a little bit smaller. I don't know. But this little creek obviously holds a few surprises every now and then. There we go. Felt something kind of ticking at it, but felt like it was just biting at that little tail. Got an itty bitty little gill. What's that on your tail? Oh, it's just a piece of wood. Yeah, this water has got cold because that fish is borderline freezing. They've definitely got into that fall transition, because just a week ago it seems like this water wasn't that cool, and now it's like cold. Ooh, we got something decent here. Well, semi-decent. It was wrapped around a stick and made it feel more decent. Alright, that's what I'm talking about now. Very pretty warmouth. He's got some bright tips on that one. That's a really pretty one. Had to get a good picture of that one. There's a plane like right above me, and it's spitting and sputtering. Well, YouTube, this wasn't the most exciting video, but fish were caught, and that's all that matters. Anyway, probably gonna just add this one to my just-in-case list. But for the time being, I'm still pulling a bunch of my old videos and re-uploading those, because, you know, a lot of the newer subscribers ain't seen that stuff, and that was some good content back then. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.